Hello students, I am Raman Arora from ASA International. Dear students, we are dealing with the economics of class 12 and we are on the chapter banking doing the topic quantitative instruments. In the last topic we have discussed about the bank rate. Let's move to the second quantitative instrument which is called repo rate. If I talk about the bank rate and the repo rate, there is a very big similarity. There is a relation between them. Both are the loan given by the central bank to the commercial bank. Yes, bank rate was also the rate of interest which central bank charged from the commercial bank for offering the loan. It is also the rate at which central bank offer loans to the commercial bank. But there is a difference. We will see that difference only. Repo rate is the rate at which central bank offer short-term loan to the commercial bank. Now here this short-term loan is very important. Bank rate is the rate of interest which central bank offers the loan for 1 day, 2 days or 3 days. Means at the time of cash crunch of commercial bank, they ask money from RBI for 2-3 days and that was bank rate. But for this, they offer a short-term loan. Means for 6 months period, for 1 year period, they take a short-term loan to the commercial bank. Central bank offer loan to commercial bank against some approved securities. Yes, they at place of short-term loans they take the securities also. Here securities means collateral. As commercial bank charges a collateral from you when you are going to take a loan, they mortgage any of your fixed asset. Like that, central bank also asks some of the securities from the commercial banks when they give the short-term loan. So this is also one of the difference. Repo rate is also called repurchase rate. Fine, dear students, repo rate is also called repurchase rate. 1 second. The most important point is why it is called a repurchase rate also. Because in this one repurchase agreement is signed by both the parties. That is, here we can say talk about central bank and commercial bank. Fixing the given date when securities will be repurchased and at a predetermined price. What does that mean? It means that here repurchase means they will take their collateral back, means they will complete their loan, they will give the money back to the central bank. So one agreement is signed by both the parties, by the central bank as well as the commercial bank. Here central bank and commercial bank decides that at what date you will purchase your collateral security again and at what price, means what is the interest I will be getting. So we say that at what price you will be purchasing it. So therefore it is also called repurchase rate. Repo rate is also called repurchase rate. Again we revise it. It is very similar to the bank rate, just it is given for the short term loan and there is an approved security which is taken by the central bank. Now commercial bank want to repurchase that collateral security when the time is up. Therefore, it is also called repurchase rate. When agreement is signed by both the parties, they are fixing that for repurchasing the securities, what will be the given date and what will be the predetermined price. Fine. These are the most important things which I have underlined here. Now, during inflation, the same question: how they will solve the problem of inflation and deflation. During inflation, the process will be very same as it was in bank rate. Repo rate, RBI will increase the repo rate. With the increase in repo rate, what will happen? With the increase in repo rate, commercial bank will have to pay more interest. Fine. If the commercial bank have to pay more interest, it means cost of credit or cost of capital tends to rise. If the cost of credit will tends to rise, definitely demand for credit will fall. And in a situation of fall in the demand for credit, the money supply will also tends to fall and inflation is corrected. We can say that inflation is corrected. So my dear students, this you can write down in the language and you will be able to write down the whole thing for the deflation part. Please remember this as a rough, but in the fair you are supposed to write each and everything very particularly. I'll guide you again. You will simply say that the RBI will increase the repo rate, because of which the commercial bank will have to pay the more interest. When they have to pay the more interest, it means that the cost of credit tends to rise. If the cost of credit will tends to rise, then the demand for credit tends to fall. Ultimately, the main our work was to decrease the money supply. Because of this, money supply tends to fall and the inflation, the problem of inflation will be corrected. This is the whole thing which will happen with the repo rate. I hope things are done. Fine. Okay, dear students, let's move towards the third quantitative instrument, which is called as open market operation. Whenever we talk about open market operation, it simply means that it refers to the sale and purchase of securities by the government in the open market. Selling and purchasing of securities by the government in the open market. For example, National Savings Certificate. What is National Savings Certificate? Simply, these are the bonds, these are the securities which are issued by the government so that people should invest and the government can use that money for the further development of the country. So the NSC comes for 7 years or 10 years and a certain rate of interest people gets for it, so people used to take it. Now the most important part is here, selling means issuing of that security. The government is issuing it, and purchasing means the government is taking back that security, that bond, whatever you can say that. Is that clear? So please don't forget this selling part and purchasing part. Selling means issuing the security by the government and purchasing means the government is taking that back. Now again the next most important point, if the government sell the security, then it will soak the money from the economy and money supply will fall. Likewise, or however, if the government purchases the security, then it will release the money in the economy and results in increase in money supply. Selling, issuing of security means the government wants to soak the money from the economy. They are giving good interest rates so that people should invest and money supply in the economy tends to fall. On the other hand, at the time of purchasing, when they decrease the rate of interest, at that point of time what happens, they want that money supply should tends to rise in the economy, the people should get that money back, and there is a time of deflation. So I'll give you a trick to write down by yourself what you will be doing at the time of inflation and deflation. Definitely during inflation, what government should do? Sell the security or purchase? Definitely at the time of inflation, sell the securities. After selling the securities, you will write the money supply in the, or you can say that the government wants to soak money in economy, same line, and the money supply will fall and the inflation is corrected. Same way you will be talking about during deflation, the government will purchase the securities back. This will release the money supply in the economy. It means the money supply will tend to rise and the problem of deflation will be settled. So dear students, till now we are done with the bank rate, first instrument, repo rate, second instrument, as well as the third, open market operation. In the coming videos, we will be discussing about reverse repo rate, CRR and SLR. Thank you. Have a nice day.